So the first step of any data analytics process, and Tableau notwithstanding, is bringing data together. So we have data that's typically been generated by a bunch of different processes in a bunch of different locations, in a bunch of different formats, describing a bunch of different things. And we know that these things are related. Like we know that they're not as separate as they seem. And so first of all, we have to get this whole thing squared away in our minds, and then we need to translate our understanding of the whole data space into a format that the computer can understand. So this gets a lot more formal. We have an understanding how these things work, but we really need to tell the computer specifically how this data source over here is related to this data source over here, how I'm supposed to understand them together, what fields they share, what fields are different between the two, how I can reconcile those things. And so in this series of videos, we're going to see a couple big ideas that span all of data science, from like very kind of close to metal or very fundamental programs like SQL, all the way up to things like Tableau, which are much more kind of 10,000-foot view. The ideas are the same. We still need to join data, meaning bring data sheets together so that they were apart and make them now side by side, or unions. So take data sets that were different and put them kind of up and down. I know that's just very qualitative, but that's kind of the level we're at right now. The point being that all of these data sheets, all of these disparate data sources need to be brought together somehow, because later on we're going to be dealing with complex visualizations that draw this bit of data from here and this bit of data from here. And if we don't have our data model set up correctly, Tableau is going to get very confused about what that means. We'll get confused about what that means. Like half of this is just for us to sit down and say, okay, how is all of this related? So we're going to see joins, which have a couple different flavors. We're going to see unions, which are more straightforward but still very important. And then we'll see something that's specific to Tableau, which is this idea of blending, which is bringing different data sets together without ever formally combining them. And I'll leave that there as that kind of level of detail for right now. But these are the big kind of mile markers we're going to see in this series of videos. And once we're done with them, we'll have a complete data set that's ready to be analyzed, visualized, and explored.